I was genuinely excited. Hello guys, today we're gonna review a new game that's called The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Return to Moria and overall it didn't disappoint. The game brings the rich lore of Middle-earth to life with immersive attention to detail. Exploring the ancient dwarven mines, uncovering secrets and interacting with the environment felt like stepping into a beloved part of the Lothar universe. The gameplay is particularly enjoyable when shared with friends. The cooperative element adds a layer of fun that enhances the overall experience, making it a great choice for group play. There is something inherently satisfying about working together to navigate the dark, previously deep of Moria and tackle the various challenges that arise. While the game might not push the envelope in terms of difficulty or feature the most challenging boss fight, it offers a rewarding and immersive adventure for those who appreciate the lore and setting of Middle-earth. The exploration and gameplay mechanics are engaging, even if they lean towards the more accessible side. In summary, Return to Moria is a charming and enjoyable addition for Lothar fans, especially if you're playing with friends. The combination of detailed lore and cooperative gameplay make it a worthwhile experience, even if it doesn't push every boundary. If you love the world of Middle-earth and are looking for a fun, lore-rich adventure, this game is definitely worth checking out. One main base with all crafting station, but otherwise pretty Spartan. I explored every room as I went and crafted upgrades as soon as I found them. I didn't make every item, this is all post-Golden update. As usual, enjoyer of talking works, I thought the game world was very well done. It was amazing to experience Moria, so many great vistas. The game takes place near the end of Return of the King after Sauron's defeat, but before the last ship to the Grey Heavens. Having the actor who portrayed Gimli reprise the role in voiceover was quite nice. The lore that RTM adds for the game's storyline I thought made sense and was non-invasion to other canon. Combat is solid, is basic. The game's default balance is brutal for a solo player. If that's you, then be sure to open the menu and change the difficulty to solo or story. It's unfortunate that it doesn't auto-change the difficulty based on your game type, because I'm pretty frustrated at first. While it's groundbreaking, I cannot explain the feeling of exploring Moria and walking in the footsteps of the Fellowship. I've been playing this with a small company of two fellow dwarves and the game has reinvigorated my love for all things dwarves. Too many negative comments complain that it isn't filled with new unique mechanisms in a survival crafting game. It's a game about talking dwarves in Moria and you can build anywhere. It's enough, trust me. This game is such a pleasant surprise. Combat is fun and challenging enough to keep you on your guard, so you have to utilize what the game gives you. Nothing feels useless. Outstanding loot, varied and crafting options, a nice hint of horror at time in the dark. You better have a good memory for where you came out from or where you've been, because the pathways are extensive and random. The campaign is an amazing journey thought, one of Tolkien's genius creation. Any fan of Lord of the Rings will be right at home and will only make this gem shine even brighter. I see this compared to other survival games like Valheim, and maybe it's close with the randomness bosses extensive mining. But I think it outshines other with a cool armored weapon, smooth engaging combat, way more loot variety than a game like Valheim. It plays well enough on the Steam Deck, with FPS dips when entering new areas or when traveling. I have put all my time on the deck so far. Please, I hope you read this and trust me. This game is so underrated and I keep getting blown away as every new area I discovered and lore I found. Thank you devs for this rich treat. I plan on beating Compan and trying to talk my wife into playing with me in a new game, but she doesn't like underground games. Well, see. Neither I am very into these survival collectors nor into NPM crafting games, but Return to Moria works pretty good as a Tolkien homage and a solo adventure, also as you adjust some settings. I think this is the first game in my memory where I deliberately chose the easiest possible difficulty, aka story mode. As far as I can tell, you cannot adjust specific world setting in campaign mode. So if you want less spongy orc stroll, less being created, etc., you kinda need to choose the lowest settings, which doesn't make the game trivial. Mobs can still kill you fast enough, and so can environmental hazards, but it feels a bit more solo friendly, because the game was clearly designed for co-op. The rest is what you would expect: harvest, mine and collect resources, craft building blocks, furniture, crafting station, armor, weapon, food and the whole 9 yards. It is rock solid as I can tell. The fact that you can craft weapon is a nice touch. Create your own version of things, just as Might Dwarfs 2. Handed axe, for example, but nothing's really stands out. In summary, Return to Moria is a charming and enjoyable addition for water fans, especially if you're playing with friends. The combination of detailed lore and cooperative gameplay makes it a worthwhile experience, even if it doesn't push every boundary. If you love the world of Middle Earth and are looking for a fun, lore-rich adventure, this game is definitely worth checking out. Thank you for watching, guys, and hope you see you later, my friends. Goodbye.